Welcome, my Kingdom Entrepreneurs. This is another edition of Kingdom Entrepreneurs, and I'd like to welcome you once again. If you're not really subscribed yet, please click below and subscribe to this channel for the best value for your time that you'll ever find. Today, I want to talk about something that is very, very serious, very, very important for entrepreneurs. Who is an entrepreneur? What's the difference between entrepreneurship and just doing business? An entrepreneur, first of all, is someone who identifies a problem, and then he generates a solution to that very problem, and then he impacts the world. If you're in business and you don't know the problem you're solving, you've not really started yet. Get to understand the problem you're solving. It's in understanding the problem you're solving that will help you identify your real customers. Otherwise, you'll be selling your product, you'll be selling your solution to the wrong group. I one time asked a friend of mine who was really doing business, and I asked him this very question: which problem are you solving? And he looked at me, which problem are you solving? I asked him twice, which problem are you solving? Because he told me he's doing business. And I told him, ask him a very simple question: which problem are you solving for the community, for the population? Because you're in business, what problem are you really solving? And he never had an idea. If you're in business and you don't know the problem you're solving, you've probably not started yet. Let's look at Jesus, the example he gave. He came to the earth very clear with the problem he was solving. He came to solve the problem of sin. That's why regardless of anything he was doing, he was very, very, very energized and zealous to solve the problem he came to solve. And that was really solving the problem of sin. As a business person, you need to understand, you need to know the problem you're solving. Otherwise, it will lead you to make wrong decisions if you don't know the problems you're solving. I always wondered why businesses fail, but I've come to realize it's the misunderstanding of this problem they're solving. Because if you don't know the problem, then you're providing the wrong solution. It's first of all understanding the problem and then bringing the solution to it. If you're in business and you don't know the problem you're solving, you've really not started. And for those of you who are wondering who want to start a business, I want to use an example of Jesus, how he actually fulfilled his part that he came to play, how he came to solve the problem. Look at how Jesus came in this world. He didn't come as a big person. He really started small. He was in a manger. He looked for places around the town. No one could allow him. Just as business, when you're just starting, no one wants to listen to your idea. Banks don't want to listen to you. Capital guys don't want to actually even look at your proposals. But that's how Jesus was. He was brought forth in this world in a manger because there was no other alternative. It doesn't matter how you start. It only matters what you can solve, which idea you have, which solution you have brought to the world. Everything else will sort themselves. Jesus was born in a manger, and he grew up in stature, the Bible tells us, and in wisdom. As an entrepreneur, you need to expand your stature and your wisdom so that you can handle things at a higher level. He started gathering his disciples around this idea that he had about the problem that he came to solve. He gathered 12, but they ended up eating the world. You can start small and eat the entire world, just as Jesus was born in a manger and now is in the world. Okay, I want now to help someone who has a big idea and he fears to actually start it. I want to give you a story, and probably today's telecast I'll end with this. There was a man jogging one time on River Nile. He found a fisherman trying to catch some fish. In that very morning, this man jogging past the fisherman, and he saw the fisherman catching the big fish. But the unique thing with this fisherman, he released the big fish that he actually captured. And this jogging man was really wondering, what's really the issue with this fisherman? Curiously, he ran to the fisherman close to ask, wondering why this fisherman keeps releasing the big fish back to the river and only retaining the small ones. So the jogging man ran to the fisherman and asked him, hey man, why do you release the big fish that you capture back to the river and you only keep the small ones that you capture? Then the fisherman replied, the reason I release the big fish, it's because my frying pan at home is small. I want these small ones that will only fish, that will only fit in my frying pan at home. Some of you are really wondering and laughing at this fisherman, but most of you are like that. Big ideas come to you. Big ideas. God sends big ideas, big thoughts. And then you think about the resources you have. Your frying pan at home. You look around the resources, the people you know, the connections, your education background, and you disqualify the big fish that you catch. God sends a big fish, but you need to expand your saucepan. You need to expand your frying pan. Your frying pan is your mind. It is your mind. Expand your mind. God will send you bigger ideas, but if your mind is not up to the standard of the ideas, you will keep throwing back these ideas back into the world, and they will never come to fruition. It's high time we invest in our mind. We expand. We think beyond. We think big as kingdom entrepreneurs. Let's not only think businesses that will only impact us, because that would be selfish. Let's think businesses that will impact the world. Those are the ideas God is sending you. And because you're looking at your frying pan at home, you're like that fisherman throwing back the big fish that he catches because he has a limited space at home. Think big and believe that you deserve the big ideas that God sends to you. This is our very first cast, and I want you to subscribe below. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm telling you, if you have liked this, if it has brought value to you, tell a friend to subscribe, and more is coming your way. This is Kingdom Entrepreneurs, where ideas flourish.